So we watched the first half of the Xbox Game Showcase earlier today. Now we are going to catch up on the Starfield Direct. I think I have really high expectations. I'm a little bit scared about the whole 1,000 planets thing and what that means. And like, I find that overwhelming and like anxiety inducing rather than appealing. But otherwise, I think I'm really excited. So we got 45 minutes of the Starfield Direct here. Expectations. I don't even really know. I'd love to see other races. So far, we've only seen humans, and I feel like that's so boring in a space game. So give me weird-looking aliens, please. Would love to see more of the combat. And I guess, yeah, I want an understanding of what we're going to be doing on these 1,000 planets. And certainly, even though I know they touched on it before, and it's like almost a given with Bethesda at this point, mod support is the thing I'm really interested in, because I feel like you could have modders like just create all the content for those 1,000 planets and then it wouldn't be a problem. So that's super exciting. Yeah, I was talking to Todd Howard a little bit last night, actually, about how long he's been working in the industry, and just super interesting. Like how some people are just such staples, you know, it's nuts. Okay. Without further ado, let's watch the Starfield Direct, everybody. Let me know if the audio levels are okay. Brilliant. Okay, great. There we go. I'm covering a countdown timer, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We shouldn't be loading. This has been sitting here for so long. What? Come on. My internet's been such a butt today. Okay. I gotta pause it for a second. I just gotta let it load for a little bit. This never happens, but my internet has been such an asshole today, so we'll just give it a second. Sorry, everybody. Is quality on auto? No, actually, and I guess that would... Oh, it is on auto. Yeah, it's on auto. But, like, it's not on 4K. I left this when I went out today. Maybe I should refresh. It's 10508. Okay. Oh, 508. Oh my god, stupid internet. Okay, let's try that again. Like, here's fine. This is a very hype opening. I bet the people who are in the theater will lose their minds.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Thanks, Todd. I would love to. I would love to.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time,
I'm loving the UI.
It's not just one world.
There's just a little health bar underneath my webcam, by the way. Ooh.
It's over 1,000 worlds.
Okay, again, that's
Because
scary,
the choice
Todd.
of where to go, it's not ours. It's yours.
And we've heard it with No Man's Sky.
And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance,
Beautiful.
to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Whoa.
We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of
The way
star
you said it.
and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Cool.
We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
You know, I think I will. I'm gonna do third person, to be honest.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale.
It looks so much like No Man's
That
Sky
usually
so
involves
far.
exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
I wonder if they have any concerns. Oh my god. I said this earlier today. The combat, I feel like, looks like a massive improvement. Saying, I wonder if they have any concerns about
all of the items allowing you to pick everything up.
the Outer
And you can
Worlds.
view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from
Cool.
all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my
I'm
ship.
a big fan.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
My name? Whose name? Everybody's names? Howard's pretty basic. Todd
Our
Howard,
mission
come on.
was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is
like that, that's
advanced,
cool.
yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And
You
like
prison break.
many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi
Yeah.
rather than sci-fi.
I feel like they
where
nailed the-
everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
NASA look.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info
This
and
music
resources.
is like-
You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known
Killing
locations.
the epic reveal of
Backing
the
out
scale of
further,
this game.
You can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this
That's a
part
lot of
the
dots.
galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
So that is a little less No Man's Sky?
Welcome to UC Space.
Oh.
Maintain your current course
No, you
while
are
we scan
still
your ship's cargo.
going into land.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Oh, no? Okay, so it's like auto landing. Like, not like No Man's Sky.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the
Obviously,
biggest city we've ever made.
I
Not
believe
just in
that.
size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds,
The
and
lighting
price.
is the best by a
So the main
mile.
focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
Whoa.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know
That's
they
a cool
exist
shirt,
anymore.
William.
They're the last
That's a
true
cool shirt.
explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely
It's a
an
bit of a
eclectic
weird
cast of
interaction, but I wonder if that was
characters.
just for the
Sarah
trailer.
Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted
Their faces
scientist
obviously
and
don't look
Sarah Morgan's protege.
photorealistic,
And
but they look
Walter,
better
the
than
very
previous
successful
titles, for sure.
businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
I can't wait
There's
for him to
also
end up being
Vlad,
evil.
the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
Nice.
The journey you
Nice.
take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is
Very
where you'll
impressed by
find
these
New
environments, y'all.
Atlantis, the first major human settlement in
Also,
space.
you know what's like, if this is a weird thing to say, I'm sure people are going to get upset with me for this. I am excited for the initial funny Bethesda bugs, okay? I think there's something really funny and charming about them, okay? I already look forward to seeing them. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Because obviously bugs are bad. We don't want games with bugs. But I'm looking forward to it. Like it being in a sci-fi game too. I don't know. I also think the jank is charming. With a game this big, how could they possibly QA it, you know? That's all I'm saying.
The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves
Exactly,
the
so
true
much comedy
children of
potential.
Earth.
Look, Gravity and Bugs for sure. It's gonna be great.
Colonies, even get your UC citizenship.
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild.
There is always like a really nice
coalition of
humor
star systems.
in a Bethesda game too that I feel like we maybe don't talk
This
about
is
that
Freestar
much.
Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective
This is very Fallout
Aquila
looking.
City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Goddamn.
Neon started out as a
Alright,
fishing
Space
platform,
Cowboy.
but is now known
Whoa!
throughout the Settled
This was in
Systems
the
as a
footage
pleasure
earlier.
city
So cool
where
looking.
almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Dude. I love them.
For our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
I think the facial
Outside
animation
the bounds
looks
of
very
civilized
good.
space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
Thank you, Vladimir.
A new face? Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
Nice.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have
This is
before.
kind of incomprehensible.
It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
Like, I just want to
So,
try it, man.
Ready to get out there?
I just want to try it, you know?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the
Looks
most
like Halo.
important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person
Thank
who
you, that's
spends
generous.
hours in character creation. And I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
I do love a good character creator, my
One of the
friend.
biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
That's cool. I mean, a lot of open world games do that. Cyberpunk did that.
Hey,
That's why you can
come
walk
on,
around with my
come on.
hairstyle.
Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still
Agreed,
out.
it's a bummer you can't be alien.
You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Maybe they'll reveal other.
You start your character creation journey
places.
as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as
Cool.
detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system
That's
has
neat.
more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation
does look
system
a
we've ever
lot
had.
better than
We
everything
let
I've
the
had
player
before.
get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
No, shut that. No smiling, please, sir.
This is
Put those.
also
You
where
put
start
those
to
chompers
decide
away.
Who you want to be. That's where
Ain't nobody else gonna
backgrounds
see
come in.
those. All right, he went.
Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant
the
talking to
lighting-
some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a
Beautiful.
beast hunter
And I guess-
to help track down a monster.
Fine. I
Everything's gonna
probably
have
should
a-
stick to professionals anyway.
Like the day-night cycle's
given
gonna be
what
different on
happened
different
the
planets,
last
which is
time.
cool.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your
cool.
biggest fan.
Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
No,
They'll
I'm
join
good.
your crew
I don't need any
and
of
then
that.
give
Thank
you
you.
gifts if you're willing to put up with this constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh,
My God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose,
That's
there'll
pretty
be plenty
standard.
of ways for
Kid
you
stuff is super
to tell
interesting.
your story.
You just
And
let
if
me
you
have like a
wanna
mom
remove
and
a
dad
trait,
simulator?
There are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to
Dude.
another adventure.
No!
I'll let you discover that on your own.
Ah! This is really well produced. This is really a really well made piece.
Once you've built the perfect character,
Whoa,
that's
what
when
the
your journey can
fuck,
really begin.
bro? You
We
just
took what we loved about skills and Pearce
drop
from
an
the
art
previous
like that?
games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point,
right?
Which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Looks nice. I liked the
ranks are unlocked by
the
completing
Fallout
challenges
76
associated with that
level
skill.
up system too. Actually, it was an interesting one.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
This is
I like the
different for them.
xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Also, love that they're patches.
Boost pack out of
They
the
look
gate,
like
I'm
they're
boost
hand-stitched
packing
patches. That's such a nice touch. Yeah, it's definitely more of an immersive sim
my
than
physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
some of the previous character trees by the looks of it.
That
Nice.
one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
So cool to see.
Whenever
from
possible,
Bethesda.
I like to talk my
Man.
way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
Those are some brows.
Run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
All I'm saying is the combat be looking good. I really am super impressed. Like, we went from Fallout where I preferred using VATs because I did not like their attempt at gun-oriented
Exploration
action
is
combat.
a key aspect of all our games.
This looks
In
good.
Starfield, there are full star systems. with
And it
new
does look
life,
different to how it looked last time.
resources, and adventures.
I wonder if they had other teams help them with the combat.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers,
Stuff's so cool.
dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Like, I feel like, obviously, again, No Man's Sky, it's the obvious comparison. I saw people being like, they're not even similar. Those people are insane. They're similar. People are gonna draw comparisons. It's a no-brainer.
Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity.
But before these two
because
games, I feel
whether
like I
it's
never
on the
would have
surface of a
considered this
planet,
stuff to be possible in
the
video games.
alleys of a
It's super cool.
city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Wait, so I still don't understand. Sorry about that last time.
Space
Are they landing
exploration
animations?
is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own.
And
I
it'll
think
be like
you'll
base building,
blown
right?
away
Like
by the amount
Fallout
of
4
stuff
base
you can
building
do.
type stuff. You'll just do it on your
You
ship.
can
I
buy
wonder.
a ship,
I'm sure you can find something you like.
customize and upgrade that ship, and hire a crew to keep it up and running.
I wonder how many options we've got
And
for
it all
hiring.
starts in spaceports.
I have so many questions, dude. Like,
Every
I need to shut up
spaceport
and
is
listen
a
to
ship
it.
technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Oh my god.
And you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout.
That's
Adding
like
a new
Forza
habitat
level.
module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
I was gonna ask, but they're answering it.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship.
That makes
You
sense.
can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying
Is
your
this
weapons.
all money
Starfield's
oriented?
in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your
Oh my
ship.
god, this is
From
so
living quarters
cool.
to cargo holds.
So I guess, like, are you
nest
working
halls,
to get your
and
ship to be
control
better?
rooms.
Is that, like, going to be a big through line here? We still don't know that much about the narrative. Like, I mean, we know there's
Our modified Frontier
big company,
is a
big
practical
space
ship,
company.
But
Thank
with
you,
a little
Alex.
creativity, your
Pirating,
ship can
yeah.
look like almost anything you want.
Time
It's
to
a bit
penis.
odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing
How long is it gonna
ships
take for somebody to build a dick?
I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it.
That's so cute!
Where it had a giant tail to it.
That's really cute.
And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
They look like mechs!
So it's really
Whoa!
whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars
my
the way you
God,
want to,
dude!
you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Yeah, so crew, you could. I could just use the whole presentation about the ship stuff.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together
That's cool,
until
like
we
Mass
either
Effect.
find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Have people you love. Can we romance
Each
them?
companion
Or
comes
what's
with
up
their
that?
own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some
but
friendships might
can I
blossom into
fuck?
romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And
Confirmed?
if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
This is neat.
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Yeah, a lot of, like, really immersive sim
And just
gameplay
like
here.
companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
I love him.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still
I
want to
love
give
him.
it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
He did just kind of say the same thing twice. I wanted to give him more
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew
personality, so I
selection
gave him
features in
human limbs.
Starfield,
This
you'll
is
be able to
human-like, which
build
gives
and
him more
captain the
personality.
ship of your dreams.
But can I fuck the robot?
And now, let's take to the sky.
Okay, damn, dude. But that's a cine, right? And then I assume that's a cine. It's got to be a loading screen. And then you just get, the gameplay is in space, and then it loads down to a
Putting
planet,
you
right? Like,
in
how
the
else could that
cockpit
even
of
function?
Your very own spaceship, and telling you that you can do pretty much anything.
Which I'm not mad about,
And that is
to be clear.
really cool
That's
for
totally
us
fine.
as developers.
Thank you, Shastastic.
Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Todd
We've
said you can go
extended
from
that
planet to
sense of
space
control
seamlessly?
to ship combat.
Oh, hey,
It's
Benji.
not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster,
Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
It is a loading screen? I mean, again, I expected it would have been. Which one is it?
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Cool, very Star Wars Squadrons type.
You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Yeah, I have played both Star Citizen and No Man's Sky. For all, I just wasn't sure about it in this case. I love No Man's Sky. I mean, I love No Man's Sky now.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you
This,
to zero
I feel
in
like
on
this is
specific
underrated. This
subsystems
little
of the
stitched
ship you target.
style. So I wonder if players who aren't interested in the space battles can just avoid them?
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit.
Nice.
You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
That's how you gotta build your ships, right? But I wonder if we don't want to do that stuff, can people just not do that?
By docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
What? To any of them? That's
Once
so
you've taken control
cool.
of an enemy ship, it's yours.
Oh my
Add to your
god.
fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life.
It's like
Just
GTA
like
in
when
space.
you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see
Whoa.
and stops to make on the way to your next
I wonder how
adventure.
often people try to board you. Oh my god, I have so
these
many
massive
questions.
star
This
yards.
game is too big.
Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship. One worthy of you.
It's a Kiwi.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
That's neat.
There are plenty of
I
personal
imagine you
encounters to
can't
be had
steal
as
cruise
well.
ships.
You can
right?
hail any ship you come across, to
Surely.
trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the
Dude.
sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches.
A lot of sandwich content from Xbox
I want
today.
to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here.
That's
it's in our
interesting.
random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there,
Again,
just waiting for you to
Is
visit.
that too many? I don't know.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring
Banjo.
every inch
Hey,
of a
get your
mostly
head out of the
untouched
trash.
galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
I feel slightly overwhelmed. Banjo, you can't just steal stuff from the trash, bud.
Hey everybody, we were showing you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different.
Get your own toys and try to listen to Todd Howard talk about Starfield.
Worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch.
I actually
It is
already
the
pre-ordered it.
Constellation Explorer's watch.
I already did
This
it.
is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone
I got it
to give you
on Bethesda's
notifications
store.
and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch.
That was
Our
the last
attention
place
to
it wasn't
detail
sold
in
out.
the
I think it was
game
sold out
totally
pretty much everywhere
translates to
else.
this.
That Bethesda still had
Inspired
stock.
by the cases
Only
of the
North America,
astronauts
I think.
used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon.
Oh, that's
Got
so
the intricate
cool.
locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take
I got
this.
started getting more collector's editions with the intention of giving them away. This is
We actually
maybe too
have
cool.
something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller.
Very
it's
cool.
awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox.
That's a great idea.
This is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Where's the console? I want a white Series X, damn it. Come on. Very cool though. I do love it. I'm not a controller collector. There's too many of them. New headset custom is a really neat idea, especially for a game like this. I want a white Series X so bad, honestly. Like, I'm upset. Or a purple or a blue, like just anything.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield?
This is like a very calming
Because we wanna give
presentation in a
you
weird way.
freedom on a galactic level.
Like the people are speaking in like a very...
Freedom to experience both the
Bethesda
exciting
galaxy.
planets
The
and
music.
the quiet ones.
Like, I feel very
Scanning
chill.
a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain.
Interesting.
After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
Yeah, so far we've still
and
only seen
plants to pick up.
hostile...
It allows us to
aliens,
add that
right?
touch of
Surely that's gonna be part of the
environmental
story.
storytelling that
That's why we keep
Bethesda
them
is known
secret.
for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here.
Loving the
If
accent
you could
variety.
take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
I don't know if I like that, to be honest. But I guess with the scale of it, you kind of have to. Otherwise, you just couldn't really make it. Doug.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your
Good
scanner,
lighting.
you'll
Any
chart
environment
the
can look
uncharted
beautiful.
and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters.
Cool.
We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
I mean, most of them are scary, to be honest. Most of these are fucking terrifying. Which I'm alright with.
When it comes to our
but yes, very No
exteriors,
Man's Sky
when
in
the sun
these regards, for
moves,
sure.
all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
That's sick.
Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic. To
They have
use
killed the lighting.
and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Yeah, they got some ugly games, to be honest. Cinematic, I feel like, suits a space adventure. That makes sense. Ugh, beautiful. What a shot.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric
That's
camera.
right. They mentioned base building
plan out
before, right?
larger
Because
parts of the
this is where I
outpost and
spent
placing
all of
those
my
larger
time in No Man's
hubs.
Sky.
So that way you can really plan
Which
your
was also
structures
almost
and what
anywhere.
the overall feel of your outpost is.
Like,
and then when
honestly.
you're on your feet, you can really decorate and find
So much time. Oh
much
my
easier.
god. Is this too much video game? Is there maybe too much video game in the video game? This looks amazing. Like, I'm like, what about this? And they're like, here you go. I'm like, damn, dude. Wow.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection
And this
of
isn't a
grips
single
and
player
barrels,
game.
different ammunition like explosive rounds.
Crazy. Yes, it is like No Man's Skyrim.
Out there will surely need
I'm cool
a
with it.
suppressor.
I'm alright with No Man's Skyrim.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a
aliens
delicate
really are
balance
creepy looking.
between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat.
Yeah.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
It looks so much better.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
I'd hope so.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Fuck, dude.
And
How
for
much
giving
longer
you
do
an
we have?
edge in combat.
Okay, there's still like 6 minutes.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
What?
Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards.
That's awesome.
Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
That's cool. Little robot model
If you want
S.
to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more
Wow,
compact
that
weapons like pistols
the
and
melee
submachine guns,
animation looks much better.
or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Yeah, nice. Very Fallout. Fallout, I prefer to Elder Scrolls personally.
Got you covered.
So the similarities there, I'm totally happy with. Combat. I feel like that combat previously has been sort of bad. or at least a little bit behind. This is probably the first time I've wanted to play a Bethesda game for the combat, as well as everything else. Yeah, I also still really like Elder Scrolls. Just prefer swords. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, is there still a VAT system? Because, I mean, there shouldn't be, but you could in the sci-fi game. Because this is also really differentiating it from Outer Worlds. I mean, in a bunch of ways. It's doing a lot more than Outer Worlds, which makes me curious about how Outer Worlds 2 will do, but I really liked that game as well. I'm saying Outer Worlds, by the way, not Wilds. 2 different games. What?
Thanks again
What was
for
that?
being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably
Magic
a lot
as
to
well?
take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
This is a really good presentation.
I love the way that our final
Love including more of the
combination
dev
all
team.
new
Dev
tech
team. I
has
said
come
dead
together
team.
to create
Oh
some of
no.
the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
Also, the thing I like the most so far.
creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
Yeah.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
That's
My
awesome.
favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom.
The ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
So I wonder if we'll get space powers as we put the halos together.
On behalf of all of us,
Alien tech.
we can't wait for you to play
And if a big part of the
Starfield
story will be about
and
finding
make
aliens.
your own
I
special
guess.
moments.
God damn, dude.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for
This is unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, okay, great. I always have to think about the dates. I don't know what's left. Okay, it's just gonna be like a little recap. So obviously can't really say without playing it. This is still a piece of marketing, right? Really hard to say without getting our hands on it, but I feel like I came into this with high expectations and they just kept giving me more information that I didn't expect that I really like. Like, this is a very, very good showcase in my opinion. I'm sure there are people on the internet shitting all over it. Because it's the internet. But I was like, here are some things I'm curious about, and I still have some of those, which is good. Here are things I'm hopeful for, and then they just gave me more things than I even cared about that I like. This was a very good showcase. Like, exceeded, at least for me personally, because it's Bethesda, Softworks, extremely high expectations. God damn. And I also just want to give them a shout out for this presentation. I love having the sit downs with devs from different departments who are all really good on camera, by the way, which can kind of be really hard to find. Everyone talking about the different vocation, the pacing, the humanity behind it. Like, I just feel like this is probably one of like the best single video game features maybe ever. Like, damn, dude. This is very, very, very good. Super excited to play the game this year. Kind of afraid. I still think that I don't know how I'm going to play it yet, right? Like, the however many thousand planets still doesn't appeal to me very much. So maybe I won't do that much exploration versus other people. I don't know. And it's like, a lot of games I'm like, okay, here's this thing I'm interested in, but I don't know if this game's going to be for me. Am I going to play the whole thing, or am I just going to try it out and not fall in love with it? It feels like there are so many options here. And yeah, I also agree that I think the combat, I didn't think it looked horrendous last time, but I feel like the combat got improved versus how it looked in the last presentation. Damn. I'm definitely not very interested in space combat, but the ship docking thing, dude. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I'm blown away. But do want to see aliens. I'm hoping they're holding that for the story, which I get. We know that Bethesda knows how to make different races. It's the Elder Scrolls. Obviously, they know how to do that. I'm guessing that's being held back, and I get why. We don't know what they look like yet. The sound, too. Ugh. Yeah, blown away. Wow, damn.